Welcome to this video series about improvising by Sietze de Vries. You can support this video series by donating the amount of your choice to Sietze de Vries' Patreon account, which can be found by searching Sietze de Vries Patreon or by finding the link in the description below the video. Enjoy the video.
So we arrived at Partita number 4. We are making a Partita and we are using the examples of Pachelbel in his choral Partita, Christus, der ist mein Leben. And let's see what he does in this fourth variation, and let's see if we can copy it more or less. I will play the hymn tune again and the variation of Pachelbel. So two interesting things here. The first thing is that we only have one voice, which makes life quite easy, of course. You don't have to consider all kinds of difficult things with a lot of chords. The second thing is that he is using broken triads all the time. But that's also the difficulty, because you can tell he's not just doing it in one direction, but it's going up and down. You have this kind of wave form all the time. So to practice it, to make your own partita, it's probably a good idea to first do it in one direction, going up or going down, and then you try to combine the two. So let's take our Psalm 134 or the Old Hundredth, whatever you would call it, and let's see if we can use it going down with the broken triads all the time. And I will do it in a way that we have done before. We did it like this. But now I change it a little bit. I will actually use the note in my left hand as the fourth note, so that we have the same pattern as with Pachelbel. So the bass note doesn't come together with the melody note, but it comes in last, so that we have 4 notes on every beat. That means we end up with a variation like this. And in itself, this is already a very nice variation, so it is actually one of the options that you have to make this partita. Of course, you can go the other way around, so now we start at the bass note, and the last note is actually the melody note. It has a downside: you don't recognize the melody that easy, because the melody is not on the beat anymore, but it is also an option. And you can imagine this type of variations is really suited for an organ that has some high-pitched stops as well. So a 1 foot and a 2 foot together, only a 4 foot, a 8 and a 1 foot together. Whatever makes this nice tingling sound with a very high-pitched stop, it always works very nice with this kind of variation. Okay, but now the Pachelbel thing, let's have another look what he does exactly. Like I said, he is making this wave form, so going up and going down, but he does it in an interesting way, because the notes that connect when you are on top of the wave or at the bottom, they are very important, of course. They bring in a lot of the melody. So let's have another look at his first line, what he does. So basically you hear broken triads going up and down, but especially in the second half of the line you can very nicely hear the combination of the top notes and the bottom notes. This is what I mean. And that's actually what gives the charm to this kind of variation. So you just experiment with broken triads going up and down, and you try to find, especially the top notes, the nicest combination that you can think of. So let's try it on our psalm tune, and let's see if I can make something similar. So this is kind of how it works. It's actually harder than you think to find the right combination, because not every combination of a broken triad, and especially with those top notes, works that well. So you just have to experiment with it a little bit, and in the end you will have a very nice variation. But remember, first going up and then only going down, and then you try to combine the two. And of course you can speed it up a little bit so that you have in the end a much faster variation, just to show off your technical skills if you want to. And also this kind of variation works very well on an organ like this. I don't have a 2-foot stop, so it's not that high pitched, the sound, so you can play it an octave up so that you have something like this.